Quick guess. What actually gives the US dollar its power? Is it gold? The size of the US economy? Or trust? It's none of those. It's oil. And one deal from 1973 almost no one remembers signing. Here's the deal stripped down. In the early 1970s, an oil crisis sent prices soaring and crushed economies around the world. And in response, the US made an offer to Saudi Arabia, keep selling your oil exclusively in the US dollar, not any other currencies. And in return, it will protect your kingdom militarily. So Saudi Arabia agreed, and the other major oil-producing countries in the region followed suit. On paper, that's just a pricing rule. What currencies oil gets bought and sold in. But that one rule ended up shaping the entire global financial system. Here's why. Every country on earth needs oil to run its economy. Cars, factories, electricity, everything. And now, because of this deal, every country needs US dollar to buy that oil. Even countries that has nothing to do with America. So picture this. A country in Asia or Africa that barely trades with the US still has to go out and acquire US dollars first just to buy the oil it needs to keep its lights on. That creates a massive built-in demand for the US dollar. Demand that has nothing to do with how the US economy is actually performing. Now, here's the second half of the mechanism. The oil-producing countries earn far more dollars from these sales than they could ever spend at home. So what do they do with the extra money? They reinvested it back into the US banks and into the US government debt, essentially loans to the US government that pays interest over time. Billions upon billions of dollars the world spent on oil flow straight back into the American financial system. This is a big part of how the US have been able to borrow huge amounts of money and run massive deficits, spending more than it earns for decades. Normally, if a country borrows too much, its currency loses value and trust, and the US have largely been shielded from that. It's not the only reason that dollar dominates global finance, but is one of the quiet pillars holding the whole thing up. So no, it was never really gold or the economy or trust alone. It's oil. One deal 50 years ago that most people have never heard of.